Uh, nung una, sorry, late ako. Because a lot of people expected me to come early. But fortunately, I had too much standby last night. I have a terrible hangover. Kaya, dahil na late ako. What can I say? After all of this happened, after the campaign, my dad won, what can I say? I asked myself, who was I? Who was I? Before the campaign started, I was only I was Sebastian Duterte. I was a son of the city mayor of Davao. That is what everybody knows. And, yun nandun yung tingin ko sa sarili ko. Then, one day, I was in Tuguegarao. This admirable woman approached me. We had a meeting with Andrea Domingo. Please give a round of applause for her. I don't know, hindi ko alam kung anong pumasok sa utak niya, kung bakit ako. Siguro kasi dahil youth din. But I never thought I could speak like this in front of so many people. Kasi before this, I had only one public speaking engagement, and that was I was invited by the city tourism in Davao. I talked about the environment for 3 minutes and that's all. So, kaya nga, hanggang ngayon, tataka pa rin ako ba't ako nagsasalita na nandito ako sa harap niyo. Anyway, what Ford has done. What I know, most of you are from Luzon. Especially the members that I talk to in the headquarters natin here in Quezon City. You have been a very powerful instrument in breaking borders for Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. You could have chosen a president who is not Tagalog speaking, like all the rest. But you chose Mayor Rodrigo Duterte. Daghang salamat sa inyo mga. So, who am I now? I'm still Sebastian Duterte, still the son of the mayor until June 30. But, what I know, together with the 4 members, especially the youth, Pebbles, and the team, Jade, we have touched the life of so many Filipinos. Together with you. That's what I know. That's who I am now. Maraming salamat sa inyo for giving me that opportunity. So, wala naman ako ibang masabi. Patuloy na tayo. Maraming salamat sa inyo lahat.
Good evening. Thank you for inviting me to your special day. Pao, thank you. My father would have wanted to be here, but he's in Butuan right now. He has a sortie. It is his prior commitment. Well, the best that I can do is I'll introduce you to him. Because I know for most of you, you only see him in social media and television. You see him maybe mad at someone, or he's mad at some issues, or making a fool out of Marojas. I want to share my experience with him when I was younger. Because I want you to know my father better. Yeah, he's a type of guy that he loves to work. He's very devoted to his work. But when we were living under the same roof, he never leaves the house without calling my name. Sebastian, come here. And I go up in bed. He hugs me tight. He kisses me on the lips. And he says, I love you, Nak. You don't see that on social media. I'm telling you this now because I just think it's really unfair that it doesn't give justice to the things that people say, to what he truly really is. He has a big heart. So he's a really nice person. He's sweet and a loving person. And also, I also wanted to tell you this because I think Davao wouldn't be how it is now if he had not treated Davao like a son that he hugs, he kisses, and he loves. Tahimik naman. Alright. Anyway, what else? I admire him. In fact, my admiration for him is of the soul. It has already transcended our blood. Sometimes, I look at him not as a father anymore, but an icon of public service. He's the kind of guy that creates ideas and turns it into reality. And I've seen this because I am a citizen of Davao. Nakita ko na yan doon. Like, using the law to keep things in order. And what I love most, the idea of equality. Sa Davao, we abhor discrimination. We detest it. And I want to tell you this because I think it's the key why Davao is successful. Pagkano kasi, yung isang sa city, if we do not take advantage of each other and we help each other, there is peace and order. And the opportunities will open up. We have to start from there. Ito kasi, yung tatay ko, hindi makontento. He wants to share his ideas to the entire country. And tumakbo. Last year, 2015 New Year, andun siya. I was in his house, I was in his room with my son. Bigla niya akong tinanong. I'll say it in Bisaya, Nak, mudagan baka ako pagka-presidente. Tinanong niya kung tatakbo ba daw siya. Right then and there, alam ko na natatakbo talaga yung siraulo. I'm sorry for my language, but I really know him well. He's my father. He's like a kid. He's a really funny guy. He's stubborn. And, ayun, tumakbo na nga. Nadamay ako. Kasi my brother and sister, they cannot join the campaign because they have things to do back in Davao. Pero okay naman. Ito, nandito ako ngayon. Sa harapan niyo. Pero I think it's good. Kasi honestly, before he ran, I lost hope. I thought I would never see my country again to be prosperous and its constituents happy. Kala ko wala na talagang chance. Pati ran. So sinabi ko talaga sa sarili ko that there is a chance. After a day's campaign, wala talaga yan. Ito talaga yung After all those firm handshakes, after seeing, faces of the masses who hunger for change. Ibang klase talaga. I'm really moved and I'm happy. I'm relieved na I can see the people that they are willing to help my father. Well, it was days ago. I was in Cagayan de Oro, and I was sitting. I was in the airport, looking at the sunset, and I felt this kind of warmth. And I'm sure most of you feel share the same warmth. It is the warmth of patriotism. We are emerging. The Filipino patriots that are here now, here with me in this room, we are emerging. I know we can do this. We are here to fight, take our country back from the evils of society. God bless us all, and God bless our country.